Hey guys, welcome. Coach Kevin here. Today, what we're gonna do is not too crazy. We're just gonna try and do some isometric holds in different positions, just to make sure um, we're strong enough to do all kinds of sports. Okay. The first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a couple mobility drills before we start. So the first one for this workout, you need a foam roll and you need a wall. Okay. First exercise, hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. So like this, we're gonna make a little increase our back up, so our thoracic spine goes up a little bit. We're looking somewhere in front of us, and what we're gonna do here, so we push the hands in the ground, breathe out. When you breathe out, I want you to squeeze your abs here. And we're gonna lean forward, and then we're gonna stay here, breathing in the upper back. When we breathe out, we exhale, we're gonna squeeze the abs. Breathing in the upper back. Exhale, squeeze your abs. And then you can take a small break. We're going to repeat this the same thing. We're going to go for 5 breaths again, and then we're going to go to the next exercise. Okay, so today it's more about moving well. Of course, you need to move well every time, but now it's more on keeping the right positions. Okay, so it's not going to be really sweaty today, but it doesn't need to be every day. Okay, same thing. So hands below the shoulder, knees below the hips. We're going to increase the upper back a little bit. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the abs, and then we're going to go in the front a little bit, and then we're going to stay here. Last one here. And then you can slowly recover. For the next one, you need your foam roll. And we're going to go on the wall. So our position to the wall, I hope everybody can see it, yes. Okay, is 90 degrees in the hip, 90 degrees in the knees. And we're going to put the foam roll right in the middle, okay? Very important. You need to squeeze your abs again, so your butt is going to lift like maybe 3-4 centimeters from the ground. When we're here, we're going to roll our knees up, alternating. Okay, that means the foam roll should roll as well. So that is a good indicator if you're moving well, okay? So we're just going to go up and down. My butt is still lifted from the ground. I'm putting my ribs down, so I'm squeezing my abs. And I'm just going up and down. This will mobilize our pelvis a little bit. All the way up. And really try to make vertical movements, okay? Try to reach as far as you can. Remember, ribs down. So this is also a help If you put your hands in the air, you're already protracting your shoulders, and then the chance of like sinking down and losing the ribs going down is a little bit harder. So roll a couple more here. Try to reach as high up as you can. You might feel a difference in left and right. That's fine. A couple more here. And then you can relax, put your butt down. You can put the foam roll on the side. We'll need it later. And then we're going to sit back up. And what we're going to do is something we also do in the mobility classes, is the rolls here, or transitions, or whatever you want to call it. So what the position is we're going to start in is 90 degrees here and here. If you feel like you need a little bit less, then take less. Okay, that's your choice. You can use your hands to go from side to side. So we'll open up this one first, as far as we can, and then the other one comes. Okay. And I want you to sit here and making sure you're on top of your pelvis. Open, close. So we're gonna do a couple or a lot of repetitions here. Why? Because this is a very good exercise to open up the hips. And when the hips are nice and loose or nice and ready, the low back will also feel better. So open the door and then the door closes, okay? They're not moving at the same time. Here you want to push your knee in the ground while you rotate. Open, close, rotate your chest. And guys, if you can do without hands, you can try this as well. It's a little bit harder. I cannot do it completely. Open, close, and here I need some help. So you can choose, as long as you move slowly and you try to reach those angles that maybe are a little bit painful, not too much, but those angles you're normally not into during the day. Okay, we'll do a couple more here. And then our next exercises are going to be our strength exercises. They're more isometric holds, I would say, but you will feel some hamstrings, you will feel some quads. So it's a lower body today, only step on the two more. One and two. Okay, guys. That's for the first part. So this was on mobility. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do some isometric holds, and this is going to be our strength. So our first exercise is also on the wall. Now you need to make sure, if I'm on the wall, my legs are at this angle. So we're not going to be in 90 degrees. We're going to be a little bit bigger. Now, important guys, your heels are on the ground and you want to push or pull your heels down. Okay, while you do this, I want you to lift your butt a little bit. So if you now pull your heels to the ground, you will feel some activation or some hamstrings already firing up. But the second thing we're going to do is we're going to grab one knee. Let's start with the left one. So now we're on one leg only, and I'm really pressing my heel in the ground. Okay, so this way. So the exercise we're going to do is we're going to lift our heel. We're going to squeeze the calf as hard as we can. Then we're going to slowly come back down. And when you hit the wall, we're going to come back up. Okay, so you always want to have this movement towards the ground. So heel, And we're gonna go for 10 reps here. Pull the heel down, pull the toes down, squeeze the calf muscle, and then we're gonna go for repetitions here. Okay. Make sure, guys, your ribs are down. That means my abs are nice and hard, and my butt is lifted from the ground just a little bit. Like 10 centimeters. The higher you go, the harder it gets. So now you will feel a nice burn inside your hamstring and calf. We have 3 more reps. Last one. You can relax a little bit, shake it off, and then we're gonna switch the legs. So guys, first thing you gotta do is pull the ribs down. The heels, they go towards the ground, so you push a little bit in the wall, and then you pull your heels towards the ground. Then we're gonna grab the knee here, and then we're gonna lift the butt just a little bit higher, like we said, 10 centimeters. And now you should already feel those hamstrings working, okay? So from now, the only thing you need to do is go on your toes, make sure you go on this part of the toe, not the big toe completely, and the little toe, okay? So this is part of the tripod, very important. Hold this position, a couple seconds, and then the heel goes back to the wall. Squeeze. Remember, keep your ribs down, guys. Five. Pull the heel down. Ribs down. Don't forget. Squeeze your abs. One more. And recover. Woo! Burning. Okay, next one. So now we did the hamstrings. Next one is going to be for the inner and the outer thigh. So this is a very important muscle here because it stabilizes our hip and our low back. And then the inside is also important because why? Because most of the time we don't really train the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the wall like this. So my knees are again 90 degrees and my feet are all the way down to the ground. I'll show you like this. Okay, so they're completely down to the ground. Now I'm rounding my back a little bit like this. So I'm squeezing my abs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this leg, but my big toe should still stay on the ground. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the exercise. Push this knee forward, and then we're going to lift this one towards the top leg. I hope you can see it. So my lower leg is reaching towards the top leg, while the top leg is reaching forward and is reaching up. You can hold your hand like this if you want to, and really try to focus on getting the lower leg all the way up. If you cramp, that's fine. Then you know you're working the right muscles. So keep your low back rounded a little bit and squeeze your abs the whole time. Two more. Perfect. Woo! Shake it off, and then we're gonna switch the sides. So now from here, so my feet are together. The top leg goes open. I make sure my big toe stays on the wall. Now I'm round a little bit, and I'm reaching my top leg forward. Okay, so this is the difference, and this is normal. Here we're gonna squeeze the abs, open the legs, and we're gonna try to reach with the bottom leg towards the top. Controlled movements. So my top leg, the big toe stays on the wall. I'm not gonna do like this. I need to stay in this position. Why? Because this will activate our glutes here as well. So now they're working together. Two more. Whew. Okay, you can grab a small break, grab some water, and then we have the next one coming up. Okay, guys, last one. Last one before we do maybe a little sweater in the end. That's always nice. Because this one doesn't really take too long. So you can do this on an incline like this one, where you can just keep your foot on the ground. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go floating heel, and we wanna, again, round the back a little bit to keep the ribs down. My knee, hip, shoulder, ear, they're one line. Okay? I'm gonna go and put this all the way up. So if I'm on my right leg, I'm gonna reach with my left arm towards, like, more towards the side. Okay? And then we're gonna stay there for 45 seconds. Whew. So like I said in the beginning, it's more about positions. We'll see if we can do some movement after, okay? So one line here, squeeze the ribs down, and then we're gonna go for seconds. Reaching. So really pull the heel up here, as high as you can. Keep squeezing. So my heel is up, and then we can recover. Woo! So we're only doing this one time. So you can see this as an extended activation of all the muscles in the body. Okay? After that, we'll do a couple exercises to make sure we also have a little sweat. Okay, the other side. Knee here, ribs down. So if my left leg is here, I'm reaching with my right arm. And then we're gonna stay here. Heel up. So it's also a little bit of balance. And slowly recover. Woo! Wow. Hey guys, now we're gonna do a little workout. Nothing too crazy. We have is a single leg squat here, where we go for 30 seconds. Just gonna put a little bit on here. We do 3 rounds. First one, single leg squat here. Second round, switch. Third round, what we're gonna do is a glute bridge. One leg up. Fourth round, glute bridge, the other leg. And maybe we'll do, let's do one more, and then we decrease the time. So what we're gonna do is the last one is just a plank to shoulder tap, but I want you to reach up as high as you can. Okay, so 5 exercises. I'm gonna grab my timer. Five exercises, guys. We're gonna work 30 seconds, and then we're gonna rest for 10. So then we have some metabolic feeling as well a little bit in the end of the workout. So normally you should feel that all the muscles are ready to roll. And then we go 2 rounds, and then we're done. Single leg squat first. Starting on the right leg, you decide how deep you go. Let's go. You can put your knee behind you. You can put your knee in front of you. That is your choice. So try to move slowly. Try to make sure the knee is nice and stable. I like to go back with my knee. You can also stay in the front. That is your choice. Perfect. Rest, and then we're going to switch the legs. So make sure. Let's go. My heel is on the ground. The bone of my big toe is on the ground, and the bone of my little toe is on the ground. That is very important, because that is the most stable position. And rest. Go down, glute bridge. Starting with the right leg again. Here, you can turn your foot out a little bit. Get ready? Let's go. Up. Reach towards the sky. Squeeze your butt. And squeeze your ribs down as well if you go up. Reach to the sky. Woo! Switch. Hamstrings are still this way now. Left leg. Reach up. Let's go. Let's go. Keep the ribs down, guys. Squeeze your abs. Rest. Okay, last one of this round. It's a plank to shoulder tap. Here as well. Make it a little bit higher. Squeeze your abs. Let's go. Touch, 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 and push your hand inside the ground. You need to put your feet a little bit wider. You can do that. Then you're more stable. And rest. Next round, same thing. Single leg squat, right leg first. 2, 1, let's go. So if you want, you can try to go a little bit deeper. Remember what I said. Heel, the bone of the big toe, so not the big toe itself, and the bone of the little toe, they should be on the ground. I'm also fighting with my knee, that is normal. Try to win the fight. So make sure when you come up, the knee is nice and straight. Rest, and then we're gonna switch. Get ready. Let's go. And rest. Okay, glute bridge right now, guys. The previous one was on the heels. Now, right now, we're gonna try to go on the toes. Let's go. So go on your toe. Remember, keep the ribs down. And get the heel as high as you can from the ground. We're also having some calves working right now. Ribs down. And rest. Left side. So all the way up. Heel in the air. 2, 1, let's go. So drive your knee forward. Rest. Find the shoulder cup, and we're done. Two, one, let's go. Nice and slow. Focus on the movement. The only thing that's moving is your hand to your shoulder. Abs are on. I'm pressing my hand in the ground as hard as I can to activate those shoulder muscles as well. And recover. Woo. Good job, guys. The last part was a little sweaty. Yeah, so it's not always moving. Sometimes you need to find the right angles and positions to know where which muscles can be used. Okay, so for example, in running, when we're running, the angle of when we contact the ground is going to be here. So the stuff on the wall, we actually did in a similar angle. So this is what you get with getting more running efficient, but also maybe decreasing the risk of injury, because hamstrings and calves and the knee, of course, are very important during running, and most of the time they actually get hurt a lot. Okay, so that's why those positions, training in those positions isometrically, can actually benefit the running. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it, and then we'll see each other soon.